Before the medals, before the records, there was a boy afraid to put his face in the water. Born June 30th, 1985, Michael Fred Phelps, too, didn't look like the greatest Olympian of all time. But greatness doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it floats quietly, waiting. This is the story of Michael Phelps. Raised by his mother Deborah after his parents' divorce, Michael found refuge in the water. Diagnosed with ADHD, swimming became his focus, his therapy, his escape. At age 7, he joined the North Baltimore Aquatic Club. His coach, Bob Bowman, saw something rare, not just talent, but obsession. By 15, he was the youngest male swimmer to break a world record. For Michael, it was just the beginning. At only 15 during Sydney 2000, he didn't win any medals, but his passion was definitely growing. But you know, behind those lanes, he was still just a kid. Quiet, a bit awkward, and totally unsure of where he fit in outside the pool. In Athens 2004, Michael Phelps became a global superstar. With 5 golds, 2 bronze, the Baltimore native had arrived. Beijing 2008, he made history. 8 golds, the first since 1928. London 2012, his final individual event, the 400 individual medley. He touched the wall, raised his head, and looked at the scoreboard. Phelps thought he was done after London 2012, but not quite. Depression crept in. Isolation followed. He checked into rehab, faced his demons, and then the unthinkable. After 18 months, he returned. Rio 2016 was wild. 5 golds and 1 silver. Talk about a comeback, right? It's like a total resurrection. This time, he swam not to prove anything, but to heal, to show his sons what resilience looks like. For one last time, the roar of the crowd echoed in his ears. A fitting send-off for a legend. When he retired for good in 2016, he left the pool as the most decorated Olympian in history. 28 Olympic medals, 23 golds. But his legacy isn't just in the numbers. It's in the Michael Phelps Foundation teaching kids to swim, promoting mental health. It's in his honesty, speaking openly about depression, anxiety, and the pressure of perfection, whom Phelps had a lot of battle with. Because back then, between Athens and Beijing, he faced personal challenges, battled injuries, and navigated the pressures of fame. Phelps was feeling the heavy weight of his own legend. The fear of failing and the pressure of expectations were tough to handle. He might seem unstoppable, but injuries and doubts were always there. Phelps found himself grappling with depression, a feeling he'd kept at bay for so long. And then there was also the incident that shook the world. Michael Phelps was arrested for DUI, putting his career and marriage on the line. It was a wake-up call, a stark reminder that greatness doesn't shield from mistakes. Phelps checked into rehab, facing his demons head-on. Phelps looked like he hit rock bottom, but he just wouldn't stay down. With the support of his family, he fought his way back, slowly rebuilding his life, one day at a time. He channeled his struggles into motivation, re-emerging from the depths, stronger, more determined than ever. Once again, the pool beckoned, offering solace, redemption, and a chance at rebirth. Phelps had shown the world that even in the darkest depths, hope can swim to the surface. In the end, it wasn't about the medals or the records. It was about the journey, the struggles, the setbacks, and the sheer will to keep going. Michael Phelps didn't just redefine swimming, it's totally changed what it means to be brave. Phelps's impact goes way beyond just sports, you know? He's this amazing symbol of resilience, showing us that no matter how high you climb, life can really throw you some curveballs. It's like, even when you're at the top, challenges can still come your way, right? Like all other human, we all stumble, we fall, but we must pick ourselves up, brush themselves off, and keep moving forward. The story of Michael Phelps is a story we can all relate to. A story of overcoming adversity, of facing your fears and coming out stronger. As we say goodbye to this amazing swimmer, we know his spirit will keep inspiring people for years to come. Michael Phelps didn't just change swimming. He totally flipped the script on what it means to be a true champion. The last lap isn't the end. It's the beginning of everything that comes after. And since you made it this far, here is a little trivia about Michael Phelps. He's the most decorated Olympian ever, a guy who faced the world's toughest competition and never backed down. But there's one thing Michael Phelps never learned to face. Snakes. You heard it right, snakes. As a kid growing up in Baltimore, Michael once lifted a rock in his backyard, and there it was, a snake staring back at him. That moment stuck. It slithered into his memory and never left. Even today, he admits it. Snakes terrify him. The man who conquered the world's deepest pools still won't go near a garden hose if it looks too lifelike. It's a reminder that even legends have their quirks. If this story moved you, hit that like button and subscribe for more human stories behind the legends. Drop a comment below. What's your favorite Phelps moment? And who should we dive into next?